Hi, my name is Gladys Caparato, and as you may already know, I love music. So for my devotional within Acts, I chose Acts 16. Now, most devotionals from this book focus on encouragement. They worshiped at midnight. God sent an earthquake. The jailer got saved. But the challenge in Acts 16 isn't the miracle, it's what they did before the miracle. I'm focusing here on Acts 16, 22 through 25. Paul and Silas are publicly humiliated. They're beaten with rods. They're thrown into the inner prison, and their feet were fastened in stocks. And verse 25 says, about midnight, Paul and Silas were praying and singing hymns to God. So here's an uncomfortable question. What comes out of me when life squeezes me? Paul and Silas didn't start singing after the earthquake. They sang in the dark. They worshiped before the breakthrough. The challenge isn't, will you praise God when God rescues you? The challenge is, will you praise when He hasn't? It's easy to worship when doors are opened. It's harder to worship when you're chained. It's easy to trust when the diagnosis improves. It's harder to trust when the report hasn't changed. It's easy to obey when it makes sense. It's harder when obedience leads to discomfort. We love the earthquake in Acts 16. We love that the chains fell off. We love that the jailer was saved. But before there was a miracle, there was a choice. Paul and Silas chose worship. And here's the part that challenges me. Nothing in that prison suggested God was about to move. They weren't singing because they saw an escape plan. They were singing because God was still worthy. So the question for us is simple. Are we only obedient when it benefits us? Or is Jesus still worthy when obedience costs us? Because sometimes the breakthrough isn't the earthquake. Sometimes the breakthrough is the condition of our hearts while we wait. And here's one more hard layer. Their worship didn't just affect them. Verse 25b says, the other prisoners were listening. Your midnight response is never private. Someone is watching how you handle suffering. The jailer's salvation began with someone else's worship. So here's my core challenge. Will I worship before the answer? Will I obey when it costs me? Will my faith be public when my comfort is gone? Acts 16 isn't just about praise in prison. It's about a faith that doesn't negotiate with circumstances. What do I sound like at midnight? Is Jesus still worthy when nothing changes? Who might be listening to my response? Won't you contemplate those questions today? And I'll see you at church on Sunday.